U.S. government blocks release of Prince Harry's visa records. Department of Homeland Security is being challenged to make public the Duke's documents following his admissions of illegal drug use. The U.S. government has been accused of stonewalling over Prince Harry's immigration records after it rejected a petition to expedite a Freedom of Information request by a conservative think tank seeking their release. Hello and welcome to Royal Pancakes. Please, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, so you don't miss any upcoming updates about the British royal family. The Washington-based Heritage Foundation has challenged the U.S. government in court to release the Duke of Sussex's visa records following his admissions of illegal drug use. Last week a federal judge gave the government a deadline of June 13 to make a decision on releasing the records. In a letter to the Heritage Foundation, shared by the think tank on Wednesday night, the Department of Homeland Security notified the think tank that it was rejecting the request, citing privacy concerns. To the extent records exist, this office does not find a public interest in disclosure sufficient to override the subject's privacy interests, Jimmy Wolfrey, a senior DHS official, wrote. Niall Gardner, director of the Heritage Foundation's Margaret Thatcher Centre for Freedom, said the response shows an appalling lack of transparency by the Biden administration and vowed to battle on. He added, "The Department of Homeland Security's efforts to stonewall the Heritage Foundation's Freedom of Information request are unacceptable, and we will be contesting their position." This week the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, refused to confirm or deny whether or not they had records relating to the Duke of Sussex. The case will now return to federal court in Washington. The Heritage Foundation brought the legal case after the Duke of Sussex detailed his use of cocaine, marijuana, and psychedelic mushrooms in his memoir, Spare. The think tank has argued it is in the public interest to learn why the Duke was allowed into the US in 2020, and why he has been allowed to stay. In court last week, the Heritage Foundation's lawyers questioned whether DHS properly admitted the Duke of Sussex in light of the fact that he has publicly admitted to the essential elements of a number of drug offenses in both the United States and abroad. Federal law generally renders such a person inadmissible for entry to the United States, they argued. The Heritage Foundation filed its legal complaint under Freedom of Information laws, arguing that information relating to the Duke's visa application was of immense public interest, as it related to the equal application and enforcement of America's immigration system. Sources close to the Duke have indicated that he was truthful on his visa application, suggesting that he disclosed his drug use. An original request by the Heritage Foundation was denied by U.S. Customs and Border Protection because the Duke had not consented to his information being released to plaintiffs, according to court documents. Thanks for watching till the end. Hope to see you in our next video.